nervous, especially teams with playoff expectations.
And, Kevin, we're approaching the second half of the season, right? And you don't want to be on the outside of the playoff picture after that. It's put up or shut up time for a few teams.
Collins. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Collins has got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Jazz. Basket counts.
What concentration from Green there. So talented at burying shots and playing through contact.
Here's Hendricks. Pass to George. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. Thompson outside. Summer 2022. Utah hits the reset button, Steve, trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And Kevin, they got a boatload of picks in return. And I love the young guys they got as well. Markkanen and Kessler, those guys are keepers.
Both good from the line that time.
This rookie, Thompson, is special. A talented guard who does a little bit of everything.
Sexton the pass to Hendricks. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Collins. Duren pulls it in. Here are the Pistons with the ball. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Collins passes to Hendricks. Over Green. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Thompson with the bucket.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Here's George after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Shot to stop the run. George, no good.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And the shot goes in. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timeout is called, first in the game for the Jazz. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
George passes to Hendricks. The shot's good on the assist by George.
A wise pass right there by the rookie George. Solid at finding open teammates.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. Collins grabs the miss.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team.
Pass to George. Outside Collins. Knocked away. Oh, and here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Don't forget, K started that break with his steal.
Here's Sexton. 17 points for him last game against Dallas.
Smitty, even though the injuries limited Cade Cunningham in those first 2 seasons, his ceiling has to remain very high.
It is, GA, because of his basketball IQ and court vision. They are impressive for his age. He's got the size and athleticism. And plus, he's dedicated on getting better.
George, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Thompson off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Here's Markkanen. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Cunningham. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Markkanen with it. Scoreless thus far. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Asar Thompson. And if you haven't seen a lot of players come from Finland, and that's where Lauri Markkanen is from.
Not at all. Only the second NBA player from Finland. It's got to be a special feeling to represent your home country like that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart's checked in for Duren. Malik Beasley comes in for Draymond Green. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Thompson.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Horton Tucker. Following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Horton Tucker with it. He's up against Beasley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And for a guard, Taylor Horton Tucker has elite strength and length.
Yeah, he weighs around 230, has a 7'1" wingspan, and he's athletic. And it really shows up on the defensive end, guarding multiple positions.
Beasley's checked in for the Jazz.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Bank shot, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Count that bucket.
And that's impressive body control. Jordan Clarkson just shrugging off the defense.
There's the pass to Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Clarkson passes to Yurtsevin. Clarkson on the wing, guarded by Porter. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Jordan Clarkson is showing off his ups.
Pistons leading by 9. Here's Stewart. He trains the quick shot.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Rockets. Passes it to Beasley. He kicks to Clarkson. He dishes it to Sexton. Pass to Beasley. Clarkson outside for the 3. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
If you don't watch out, Clarkson will fill it up. He could be a prolific scorer from long range.
No good from Beasley. And for the Jazz, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Pass to Clarkson. Over Cunningham. And Utah again with the bucket.
Usually Clarkson avoids this shot, but he had a feeling that time.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Clarkson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Detroit up 6. From Delta Center. Back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Pistons leading by 6. Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Thompson. Porter is out there with Wall. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the 5, down low. Here's George. Following the basket by John Wall. Back to George. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. George has got his first points in this one.
And so focused on that shot, the contact doesn't even faze George.
Stewart misses. Porter against Clarkson. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Ball passes to Stewart. Thompson for 3. Thompson with the three. And sports may be the ultimate meritocracy. Does it matter where you're from, Greg, your background? You got to have game, right?
Kevin, it's a beautiful thing. Some players grew up with a father in the NBA. Others were a world away. Either way, when you get here, you know you've earned it.
The putback. It's good on the putback. And it's a 9-point Detroit lead.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. George against Wall. Outside, George. Over Stewart. And that one hits back iron.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Jazz have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. George, no good. Detroit leading by 9. Thompson inside the line from out on the wing. He knocks it down. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
I like how Isaiah Stewart found a teammate there. Impressive passing for a big.
Utah calls timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And Utah making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. Now, here's Collins. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
That's the guy you want to set up. Collins has brought in his arsenal. That time, getting it done with the catch and shoot.
Sasser gets the bucket.
And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Walker Kessler has already made an impact for the Jazz. Now, Will Hardy says the physical tools that he has allow him to be successful. He's shown so much growth on both ends of the floor. I think defense comes natural to Walker in a lot of ways, but his ability to learn the offense has been tremendous. Kevin?
It has another great young player. We enjoy them all. David, thank you. Horton Tucker, the pass to Collins. Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. Here's Hendricks. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And that kick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Jazz trail by 7. Right side, Markkanen. Rebound by the Pistons. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
You know, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration.
For the Pistons, Thompson comes in for Green, and it's Malik Beasley in for Cade Cunningham. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
2 minutes.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit.
2 minutes.
9-point game. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Utah's gone 2 of 3 when they have stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Horton Tucker, the pass to Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And watching Malik Beasley over the years, Smitty, he is built to score.
Yes, he is, Kevin. He's out there to put the ball in the bucket, and he can get hot in a hurry. When that happens, just keep feeding him the rock. Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Markkanen. No good with the triple.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Yep, that one goes in there. Thompson's got the lead up to 11 now for Detroit.
An efficient scorer like Thompson is a great go-to option. All he needs is the ball.
Here's Markkanen. Good D by Thompson.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. Shot from 16. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
Always keeping an eye out for rebounding opportunities. Thompson, just a rookie, but already showing some experience.
Ray Thompson has been leading the charge for the Detroit Pistons. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 15. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. They've got Collins. George is out there with Sexton. Then it's Lowry, Markkanen, and Hendricks in at the 4 spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
Good concentration by Colin Sexton. There was some contact on that.
To the inside. Pass to Sasser. A 3-ball. Detroit, no good that time either.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Sexton.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Here's Hendricks following the basket by Cade Cunningham. And George, here we go. And he banks in the layup. George has got his second bucket of the night.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Thompson for 3. Offensive rebound. Shots good by Duren.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the Jazz call time here.
Look who it is, Jazz fans. It's your Utah Jazz.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Markkanen. And the Pistons making a change here.
Jazz defense.
Cunningham against George. Thompson with the rebound.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Count that one.
Good to see KPJ not afraid of that mid-range. Hitting those can really open up other parts of your game.
Here's Hendricks. 5 points in the game. Here's George. And that one is off.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Jazz trail by 15. Clarkson taking his time here. Hendricks passes to George. Outside, Sexton. Stolen by Thompson. Porter kicks to Cunningham. It's good. And 12 points for Cade Cunningham.
I know Cunningham is enjoying himself right now. He's playing hard and finding plenty of shots.
The pass to Collins. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. George. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. 6 points for George.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels. And this summer, Jordan Clarkson opting out of his contract and a nice new multi-year deal.
Reason why GA coming off a season where he set career highs in scoring and assists. Time to get paid. And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Rebound collected by Clarkson. Jazz trail by 15. Inside. And it's George finishing it off.
I like the feed from Clarkson, showing he's more than just a scorer.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
Assisted by
Porter's got 6 in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Clarkson with the ball. Now Green defending. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. We have seen officials cracking down in recent years on traveling violations. The sense from the league was with the freedom of movement rule changes, it was becoming almost impossible to defend if ball handlers get away with, let's call it, extra footwork. It's been an adjustment for the players, but they're talented enough to make that adjustment. Kevin?
Yeah, they are. You're right. A high skill level indeed. DA, thank you. Beasley's checked in for Detroit. John Wall comes in for Cunningham. Clarkson passes to Horton Tucker. Yurtsevin with it. Stewart on him. Pocket 6. The shot's good from Horton Tucker.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Thompson passes to Stewart. Yurtsevin with the rebound. Yurtsevin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Clarkson for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Yurtsevin. Outside, Sexton. Passes it to Beasley. Wall with the steal. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Wall. Thompson's got 10 points.
We know how good Thompson is with the ball in his hands, but he can catch fire as well.
Sexton dishes to Clarkson. The 3. The Jazz with another miss. Detroit leading by 20. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter, and Detroit again with the bucket.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Clarkson passes to Horton Tucker. Beasley with it. Clarkson for 3. It's not going to go for him. Here's Thompson. And the miss. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
The
Pistons ahead, just dominating this one. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. We've got Wall. Green is out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center filling out the middle. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Pistons running again. Cunningham's shot is off. Utah shooting 43% for the game. Markkanen, and that one drops for him. Markkanen's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Jazz.
That's just a power move by Markkanen. The 7-footer playing big.
The Jazz making a switch here. George is checked in. Jazz trail by 20. And with this new in-season tournament, Greg, the NBA continuing to innovate. Are they getting, though, too out there for you? Or do you like it?
Listen, I think it pays to be bold. And I'll be one to admit I was not a fan of the play-in. But I got to tell you, it's been a tremendous success. So I've got an open mind.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Detroit.
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump it.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Here's Cunningham, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Showing confidence with the pull-up. Cunningham has the ability to free himself up and the size to rise above the D.
And George kicks to Markkanen. And he drops it in from the low post. Markkanen's got 4 points in the quarter.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the middle. Hendricks can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And right there is why Thompson is one of the best shooters this game has ever seen. Amazing strength by him to muscle those shots up while getting hit.
And Greg, one of the finer points of the new collective bargaining agreement, players in the G League Ignite or overseas no longer automatically entering the NBA draft when they turn 19.
Yeah, it makes sense. You think about the players in college, they choose when to enter the draft. So only right to give pros that same amount of time.
Offensive rebound, Duren, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Thompson from long range. Rebound, Utah. Left side, George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And with some of the new rooting interest for fans, some concern about potential hostility for the players when, Greg, things don't go their way.
I mean, there's a lot riding on the outcome of games and stat lines. That's something the league has to take seriously, making sure the players are protected because the emotions can run rampant.
That free throw good from George.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all three levels.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Over Lewis. Yurtsubin with the rebound. Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Markkanen against Green. Down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he makes the first. Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. Detroit also making some changes. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Beasley.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
When the jumpers are falling for Cade Cunningham, it just adds another dimension to this team's offense.
George against Cunningham. Clarkson dishes to George. Smitty, we've seen some great MVP races in these last few seasons, haven't we?
Yes, we have. The depth of talent at the very top of the NBA is terrific. Embiid, Giannis, Jokic, Curry, LeBron, Tatum. The MVP is up for grabs every season.
Here's Clarkson after the basket by Detroit. Beasley passes to Clarkson. The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by George, no good. Pistons shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Green. 22 points for Cade Cunningham. The Jazz have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Cade Cunningham.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
Oh, that's blocked. Thompson against Markkanen. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
On the court.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Sasser. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, what is the key to the way you played tonight?
You know, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
And they found the shooter, and he shot. Thanks, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.